Hey, what is up, guys? Today is January the 24th, 2018. I want to start today off showing you the note that I left in my journal to myself from yesterday for me to read, that I read first thing this morning. I read it a couple of times before I went into today's trading day, and as you can see here, I wrote, good job staying disciplined, speaking about yesterday. Keep doing that. Try to only take 4 trades max tomorrow. If you don't see your setup, then do not trade. No more boredom trading. I am moving on to efficient trading with a purpose. Let's get on into the tickers. First play I took was JKS. This was the one I was eyeballing pre-market. I pulled a 1 hour chart up on this one. I noticed that we were below this fib right here, and it didn't seem anytime recently that we had been below this fib. So I pulled up a 1 hour chart that went back 180 days and noticed that we had been below it right around here. As you can see, it was support, and it hit its head right here, and it kind of hit its head right here a couple of times. I think it went above it, came back down, and it became support, and then it took off from there. It came down here, it didn't quite touch it, but it came pretty close, and it bounced off of that. So the fact that we were in pre-market this morning right here with this ticker, and we were already below, we closed below it, which I thought that's what caught my attention, was we closed below the fib. Now here we are in pre-market, and we got some buying and selling action going on down here below the fib. So I went ahead and drew. I made my plan of attack for this particular ticker to play the open. I drew this little zone right here. You know, notice it's not an exact price. It's just an area of interest. So I told myself, you know, if there's people covering right here and we get some pops, that's fine. But look for it to hit this area right here with weakness and turn around for the short. That was my plan going in, and that was how I got it. So that is what happened. We opened, it popped, it went, you know, admittedly, it went a lot higher than I kind of expected that it would. So at first I thought maybe I would have to write this one off, that maybe it would kind of pull back a little, but then still take off. But then I noticed it was doing the thing. It was doing what I wanted it to do. It was just weak, falling back down. So I shorted it right here, and this made me a little bit nervous, but I found comfort in the fact that it was just a giant wick. So it didn't spike up there on any type of strength. It just, you know, it wicked up there, turned back around. So I felt very comfortable hanging in this play. Hung tight and took it to price target. That was JKS. Next play, NKTR. This was my only loss today. I was 3 for 4. We dipped down, but then we came back up, and I thought it seemed like we were just going to continue on the upward trajectory. That was wrong. That didn't happen. I got long right here, and I let this one come all the way to my stop because, you know, this thing had sort of it looked like it made double bottom right here and take back off again. So I had my stop right here. So I said, you know, this one, I got to let this one come get my stop because it could get this close to me and I could still be right. This could be a double bottom and it could take off. So I was cool with it. Let it hit my stop. That's fine. And it did. That was my only loss. Next play. Axis, EXAS. Short, not much to explain on this one. I shorted it right here and covered right here. And then after this play, I ran an errand. I went to the store. I think I was gone for about an hour. Came back home and looked at my charts to see kind of what I had missed, what was going on, to see if I wanted to take any more trades because I'm green at this point. I'm 2 for 3. And thinking about shutting it down. But I saw Watt, decided to take Watt. I saw that it ran up on strength earlier. I was at home when all that happened. But I came back and I noticed that it was trying to make another leg up. The key for today was to stick to my strengths, to trade as few trades as humanly possible and only trade the setups that I'm really, really good at. And this is one of my moving averages set up. Again, I know the moving averages aren't on the screen right now. That's not the important thing. The important part is that I only traded, I didn't go over on the other three that we just covered, but those were also very good setups of mine. And same with this one. I only took it because it was a setup, a moving average setup. Took it, and admittedly, I did, I felt kind of bad when it pulled against me right off the bat. And when we came back up here, we couldn't even quite get to my entry point. We did. We wicked up there, but we just turned around again. The one thing that gave me comfort in this trade was that we were making higher lows. So even though we were dipping down, I was okay because we were making higher lows. We curled back around, and if we would have shot up right here, this is how the funny part about trading psychology. If we would have gone right after I got in, I probably would have had 100% confidence that we could have blasted through this area right here. But after having two pullbacks like that against me, once we broke this whole dollar mark right here of 18, I didn't have as much confidence that we could break the 1820 mark anymore. And I tried to mark it out right up at here at the 1820, but right when I marked it out, it pulled back a little bit, so the exit wasn't as great as I would hope for, but the spread was a little big, so I didn't think, if we did bump our head on 1820, I didn't think that I could get 1820, assuming that it would not go over 1820. So for that reason, I marked it out, and I tried to get a little bit closer to 1820. That's what I'm trying to say. So, but the point is that was a win. So I shut it down. I did what I said I wanted to do yesterday and again this morning to myself, which is try to only take 4 trades. I didn't know if I would hit that number exactly, but I did. I took exactly 4 trades. I only stuck to the plays and setups that I am best at, and it was 3 for 4. And it was a good day. So that is a wrap, guys. See you on the next one.